Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to break down one of the absolute simplest, but also most powerful ways to get really good at English. And it all comes down to the simple habit of reading. So let's just get right to it. Here's the big question that every single language learner asks at some point. How do you get past the textbooks and flashcards to a point where your English just feels, natural?
And you know what? The answer is honestly so simple. It's not about memorizing endless lists of words. It's about seeing the language as it's actually used, watching how grammar and vocabulary work together out in the real world. But okay, why is reading so darn effective? Let's dig into the foundation of this whole method and see what's really going on inside your brain when you read.
It all boils down to this one powerful idea: learning in context. Think of it like this. You wouldn't really learn what a hammer is just by reading its definition in a dictionary, right? No way. You truly learn what it is by seeing someone use it to build something. Well, reading does the exact same thing for words. You see them in action, and that's what makes them stick.
All right, so the why is pretty clear, but what about the how? Where do you actually begin? Let's dive right into step one, your simple, totally stress-free start to reading in English.
Look, here is maybe the most important thing I can tell you. You do not need to go pick up some heavy, difficult classic novel. That's not the goal here. The goal is just to start building a foundation, one easy page at a time.
So what should you grab first? Well, things like short stories are perfect. Or, hey, even children's books. Why? Because the language is clear and you get that awesome feeling of actually finishing a whole story. Simple online articles about something you're already interested in? Fantastic place to start.
And remember, this isn't about being lazy. It's about being smart. It's strategic. Because every time you finish a page or a short story, that's a little win. And those little wins are exactly what build up your confidence and keep you motivated to continue.
So you've picked out something to read. Awesome. Now we get to the secret weapon, and that is consistency. This is not about reading for hours and hours. It's all about building a tiny but super powerful daily habit.
What if I told you that this is all it takes to get started? Just 5 to 10 minutes. That's it.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That doesn't sound like much, but the power of compounding is just incredible. 5 minutes a day quickly becomes 35 minutes a week, which turns into over 30 hours in a year. That constant, daily exposure is what really rewires your brain.
Now, if you want to really supercharge those 5 or 10 minutes, there is one simple little technique that can make a massive difference.
It's this simple. Read out loud. Seriously, this is a total game changer. It creates this amazing connection between what your eyes are seeing, what your mouth is saying, and what your ears are hearing. You're not just taking the words in, you're actually producing them, which locks them into your memory so much better. So you've got your reading material, you've got your daily habit. What's left? Well, the final piece is what holds it all together. And honestly, it might be the most crucial part. It's all about having the right mindset.
See, every learner comes to this fork in the road. On one side, you have the trap. That's when you feel like you have to stop and look up every single new word. It totally breaks your flow, and it's just frustrating. But on the other side, that's the goal. Just keep reading. Focus on getting the main idea, the general story, not every tiny little detail. I really want you to let this sink in. It is 100% okay not to understand everything you read. That's actually part of the process. Your brain is amazing, and it will start to figure things out from context over time. Remember, the goal here is progress, not perfection. And that all leads to this final, really encouraging promise. If you stick with this process, you start simple, you build that tiny daily habit, and you focus on the main idea, you will see results. Your speed, your understanding, and especially your confidence, they're all going to grow. So I'll leave you with a little challenge. Now that you know how simple and powerful this can be, what are you going to read first?